Top of the night, people. Peace and blessings. First and foremost, I want to say I know Halloween is coming, so be careful with the candy. They saying fentanyl is supposed to be in the candy, so y'all could do one or two things. When y'all kids do go trick or treating, y'all can sort through all the candy like my grandparents used to do in the 80s, because they used to put sewing needles and different type of stuff inside our candy in the 80s. Or you can do like I did today, and I went to Target. Today and I bought a bunch of tasty snacks and tasty tweets. So y'all can always go to Target and get a bunch of tasty snacks and tasty tweets. So that way, if it is some funny bunny shit in the candy, y'all can get the major compensation and lawsuit, because y'all can prove that it came out of some candy from Target. But Target got a bunch of shit. They loaded. Target is loaded with candy. They loaded with a bunch of shit. Outside of the fentanyl and the Halloween candy, I want to send my regards and my peace and blessings to the Barkley family. Iran Barkley, former world champion, and his nephew that's in the his nephew that played for the New York Giants. I want to send a peace and blessings to their family, because one of their family members was stabbed up on 149th behind an incident that happened with the 19 bus some days back. And I think they caught the perpetrator or whatever, the person who did the stabbing or the shooting or whatever it was. But I want to send my regards to their family. On another note, right, outside of that, like an alternative note, right, the news article said the brother was an MTA worker. There's good MTA workers. I have a few friends that work for MTA. There is good MTA workers, but a lot of MTA workers are not shit. They ain't shit, because they be doing a lot of funny shit, delaying, holding the city up, stopping people from getting to work. Trains is going out of order. Out of service and all that. And then people gonna say, oh, that's beyond our control. That's dealing with the watch commander and this and that. We just following orders. But what about the buses at night, when dudes sleep at the last stop, the MTA worker, and then they catch back up to schedule? He'll have the bus sign say no service, out of service. And then once he get 10 or 15 stops up, he catch back up in his destination where he's supposed to be. Then he'll start picking people back up. The bus will go on service, and then he'll start making his regular protocol stops. So it'd be a lot of funny shit with these bus drivers too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the trains would be beyond their control, but these bus stop niggas, these bus drivers should be in their control. But anyway, I want to send my regards to Iran Barkley and his family, for their death. Sorry for your loss. May his transition be honorable and benevolent. Outside of that, I got a few other things I want to talk about. I was supposed to do my podcast today, but I ain't feel, I felt a little like under the weather, like not cold wise, just like mentally, and just like mentally, I feel a little off, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't go in today to do my podcast. But this blog right here I'm about to elaborate on. I elaborated on one of my podcasts. So I got like 5 episodes in on my podcast, and I'm supposed to upload all the episodes eventually to YouTube so y'all can just check them. I haven't did it yet, I know a bunch of people, but it's like a one-man mission. But it's gonna get done though, people. I'm a win. So it's gonna get done, just bear with me. I usually go live when I do my podcast, so y'all can still see it regardless from my Instagram. But anyway, check this one out.
I just learned that feeding cow-based formulas to premature infants can cause necrotizing enterocolitis, or NEC for short. A disease like that literally kills a premature baby's gastrointestinal tissue. I never realized that Enfamil and Similac products would have been so dangerous to my child when they were born premature. As a result, so many mothers have had to pay the price by paying for surgery or even losing their child. What's worse is that all of this could have been avoided. But now there is a chance for these companies to be held accountable for the suffering they've caused, especially when they knew the risk. Parents of premature babies, if a hospital ever fed your infant formula such as Enfamil or Similac while in the NICU, pay attention because you could be eligible for compensation. If your child was born 37 weeks or before their due date, given Similac or Enfamil, and have been diagnosed with NEC and short bowel syndrome, and even required gastrointestinal surgery, or sadly you've had a child die, please, if any of these apply to you, I encourage you to file a claim immediately. It takes 15 seconds, and if you're eligible, you can finally get compensated for the pain and the suffering you and your child have been through. Let's put a stop to this together by forcing them to acknowledge the dangerous action these companies and hospitals have taken and possibly put an end to future infant NEC illness forever. Unbelievable.
So basically, she's saying these hospitals know Enfamil and Similac is no good. They know it harms the babies. And they still give this to the babies. They still recommend that the babies take this Similac and this Enfamil, and it's messing their bowels up. It's causing them to choke and regurgitate and stuff like that. You know, the medical system, Big Pharma, the medical system, the institutions, they have a long history of basically subliminally or indirectly punishing babies of color. You know what I'm saying? And this is a big thing. You know, this is a real big thing. So people, y'all gotta pay attention and be aware at all times what's going on with your children. And I recommend and advise that a lot of y'all deal with spa doulas. Y'all deal with doulas because you can have your child in your house. You can keep your placenta. You can keep your umbilical cord. When y'all have babies in the hospital, they keep your placenta and they usually keep the umbilical cord. And then if you want the umbilical cord or the placenta, which is a part of your body, you're gonna pay $2,500 to $5,000 for the placenta. And I think, I don't remember the price, but you're gonna pay for the umbilical cord. Some people might get the umbilical cord for free, depending on what hospital you're in or whatever. But all that shit is big business for stem cell research and all type of shit, man. They checking the blood, the DNA. You know, it's a lot of stuff, man. Y'all gotta look up. I posted a few books on my Instagram page. Look up Medical Apartheid. Check out Medical Apartheid, and it breaks down a lot of stuff, you know, that y'all need to know dealing with the medical system and people of color. This is another one.
A bitch will come in your life and try to redirect your life, and you could be on top of the world. Literally. You could come pick the bitch up in a Rolls Royce. A bitch you found at the bus stop. Before you know it, that bus stop hopping heifer is gonna be telling you what the fuck you supposed to do. You be like, wow, this bitch is serious. She really think I'm the one who fucked up. I'm just saying, man, a bitch will come in your...
So, this dude name is Holcomb or something like that. But he says a lot of truthful stuff, you know, and when you look at a lot of successful people, right, how 50 Cent baby mother's trying to undermine him and all that, she don't got no bag. He got the super duper bag. She tries to undermine him, tried to turn his child against him. A lot of these rich men got wives that didn't contribute to them getting rich. They wives don't have the talent they have or none of that. And then when it's divorce time, she gets half of the wealth. Shaq went through it. Paul McCartney went through it. Elon Musk went through it. All these dudes went through it. So I advise dudes, if y'all got the super bag and y'all rich already and y'all up, don't even get married, bro. The marriage is never meant to empower the man. is always meant to hinder him, undermine him, and tarnish and garnish his wealth. Be off that. Check this out.
What is going on with central bank digital currency?
This programmable currency, the government would be able to suspend your bank account in the way that my Twitter account was suspended. So what we need to do is we need to go look up Executive Order 14067. It's set to go into effect on December 13th. And if it is allowed to go into effect without being stopped by the American people and your listeners, this would end American freedom the way that you and I have known it and enjoyed it, where you simply could have your bank account frozen just like they did in Canada anytime that you say anything that goes against the narrative. And this goes into effect again December 13th of 2022.
Executive order on ensuring responsible development of digital assets. It's already happening in China, and I know it's being investigated in the U.S. right now. Right now, the Chinese are successfully censoring members of the public who perhaps say something critical of the government. They are able to prevent that person from transacting. What is going on with central bank digital?
So, this don't apply to all of y'all, because most of y'all is dummies anyway, and y'all never speak against the system. Y'all basically do what the system say. So a lot of y'all ain't gonna have to worry about y'all bank accounts being frozen when everything does go digital currency, because most of y'all is stupid and dumb and stupid anyway. Y'all never talk about nothing. Y'all, like, when people post conscious, informative content and stuff talking about real life issues, y'all don't be responding and all that anyway. Y'all want the foolery. Y'all want love and hip hop. Y'all want that little ignorant girl that dates Blueface right now, and I be talking about what happened. The stupid little girl. Y'all want ignorance. Y'all want to be entertained. Y'all into a lot of foolery. Y'all into fast food. You know, y'all just want to be unhealthy, eat McDonald's, Burger King, Popeyes. Y'all want to eat chopped cheese sandwiches, smoke weed, drink Henny, drink Casamigos, drink liquor, fuck bone, watch TV, sleep, might go to work if you got a little job, but complain about it, make your little money and spend it more on drugs, trips, clubs. You know, y'all just useless. Like, so this don't apply to most of y'all, but those who's like on militant type of time, you know, be aware, you know, and this apply to y'all. This don't apply to the worldly people, the people in the matrix. So anyway, Nike announces new penalties for resellers. So Nike plans on punishing people for reselling Nikes at high prices and stuff like that. Y'all can go on Complex on their Instagram page or on their website, and they go into detail about it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I think what made Nike really do this was when that freight train got robbed with all them sneakers in it, all them Nike sneakers, and dudes was selling them Jordans for different type of astronomical prices. You know. And then another thing, there's going to be a payment percentage increase that they're going to announce dealing with your Social Security card. I don't really know the whole mechanisms of it, but the U.S. government is set to announce a big percentage increase for monthly Social Security payments. So I guess for the Social Security, SSD, and retirement and stuff like that, they gonna go up. You know, and Medicare will gobble it up as usual. You know, Medicare always tarnish our shit. You know, a lot of inflation, and the rich is trying to separate the poverty. They trying to separate the wealth gap more between the rich and impoverished. So my time is almost running out. I'll elaborate next time on the Moors and stuff like that. But anyway, people, you know, just be healthy. You know, be aware of your surroundings. Pay attention. Stay in tune. Eat healthy. Work out. Exercise. Meditate. You know, tap more into your spiritual, into your internal, and strengthen yourself more internally and spiritually and mentally. Clear your mind and stuff like that, and don't get caught up in the foolery, jewelry. It's spooky out here. It's going to be a dark winter. Don't let your guards down. You know, stock your food. Be ready. Get your flashlights and stuff like that, man. Iron. Stay up like a cup. I'll holler back on my collar crack to get up like sit-ups, some oxygen. Uno.